So I'll start it off, and if folks just want to join in, please do. There is power in our voices, there is power in the land, saying yes to the earth, we say no to tar sands. Sometimes life puts us in situations that we never expected to be in. For example, the fishermen and women in the Gulf Coast never expected to be some of the most outspoken critics of the BP oil spill, and the residents of the Kalamazoo River never expected to be the poster child for the largest inland oil spill in history. My generation never expected that we were going to be on the front lines of climate change, the greatest threat that humanity has ever known, and we never expected that we were going to be one of the last links between Alberta's tar sands and the global market. So just like the people in the Gulf Coast and the residents of Kalamazoo in my generation have risen and are rising to fight these challenges, we too are called upon to protect what we know and what we love. And I just wanted to end with a little quote. This is the only black shirt that I own, but I thought it was very apropos because it has a quote from the Blues Brothers on it, and it says, "You can't stop us, we're on a mission from the gods." And that's what we're doing here today. Thank you very much.
I don't want tar sands to be mined anywhere because it produces oil that is hard to get at, hard to move, destroys large quantities of the surface of the planet, poisons them, ruins the vegetable and the animal environment totally. The process of mining makes more toxic byproducts, uses an enormous amount of natural gas, of all things, to do the mining, and then if it gets transported out, in one case it would be through the pipelines. There's been a history of enormous numbers of leaks in the pipelines, some of which have been huge and poisoned the groundwater and the area where people live. We don't want tar sands to be spilled in Vermont, of course.
But we're definitely aware of it. We're concerned. I think Governor Shumlin has said rightly that he was against tar sands when it was proposed for the middle of the country, and he feels the same way about a project in our backyard. So that's why we're waiting and seeing, and definitely interested in figuring out where that's actually going. It's certainly not something that Governor Shumlin wants to see expanded. We see tar sands as something that's going the wrong direction for the climate, not the right direction.
But here's the thing. The other picture in my mind's eye, along with all those farmers and along with the scientists up on the ice sheet in Greenland watching it melt, and along with all those, the other picture in my mind's eye is of the people who run the fossil fuel industry sitting in their rooms counting their money. Because that's what's driving this. Exxon announced its quarterly profit last week. They made $15 billion in profit last week. And here's, I think at this point, my bottom line about all this is, if they're going to take away our planet and they're going to take away our future, then we're going to take away their money. Because by this point, it's transparently clear that that's all that they care about. And so if that's where their heart is, we'll go for their heart. I'm not certain we can do it, but standing right in this place, I'm a little more confident, because it was 6 years ago this month that we, and I'm sure I know there are people here who helped, we did that first march down across Vermont for 5 days that ended up here. And that march was the thing that was kind of the start of the popular grassroots climate movement, first around this country and then around this world. And I can tell you, since 350.org, now born in Addison County, operates in every country on earth except North Korea, I can tell you, you have lots and lots and lots of brothers and sisters all over the planet. Some of them in places that did nothing to cause this problem, but all of them willing to fight. We're up against more money than there's ever been. We're not going to win with money. we're going to find different currencies. The ones we have here today, passion and spirit and creativity, and sometimes we're going to have to spend our bodies. And that's okay. That's what we can bring, and we're going to find out if it's enough, and we're going to find out shoulder to shoulder. Thank you guys all so much for being here.